everybody. Today is Saturday, March the 19th, 2022. So just a little bit of an update here. I'm going to be posting a couple of videos in the next couple of days. As some of you know from having watched a couple of my videos and me mentioning it, back in November of this last year, my wife had left for Pennsylvania with the kids to go to a funeral, and she had since decided not to return. So we're in the process of getting our divorce, but that's not what this is about. What this video is about is the tiny home that she convinced me would be a good idea to build for us. So I purchased a 12-foot by 32-foot center porch lofted barn-style shed and started converting it over into a tiny home. When we had it delivered, the subfloor in it was damaged. There was a lot of damage to the inside. The place had basically been finished out at one point, just about, and the person that owned it got repoed, and they tore out everything that they put in. So they just made a huge mess. So it was pretty much bare bones, but a couple of the beams for the subfloor were damaged. We had to get those fixed and replaced. We had to put new plyboard down for the floors. And once we had gotten that far, we painted the floors with Kills paint to lock in anything that's in there. We put down hardwood flooring throughout the whole thing. My wife and I actually did fairly decent for never having done it before. We got a couple little gaps and spots where it raises up, but I've already fixed those. And we put wiring through most of it. This left-hand side of the house has got the electrical panel outside and the wires leading in. It's running 3 outlets on the wall right there where it's running in. The wiring runs up to a couple of lights, and this area is going to be the kitchen. The wiring also runs down the length of the house on the back wall and has another 4 outlets. Now, once we got the wiring done, we did get insulation into all of the walls. We did get part of the insulation into the roof before she had left. And that was pretty much the extent of it. So everything that's been done since then has been just me working by myself, expecting that she was going to come home with the kids. But it has been drywalled through most of the inside on the walls. The kitchen area still needs a bit of drywall. But going around the other side from the front door all the way around through where the bathroom is and all the way down the wall back towards the kitchen as far as the wood stove is all drywall. Now, I've also replaced the window that's in what's currently my bedroom, because the one that was in there was shattered, busted up. The one remaining window that's in the house is still in the kitchen, but it's an older style wood framed slide window, and it's not put in correctly. The people that bought this thing beforehand, when they replaced that window, they put one in that they didn't have their dimensions right, so the whole bottom of it has got a gap about like that long all through the bottom of it, and it's an uneven cut. So when I get the funds together to finish it out, I'm going to be buying a new window to replace on there. Now, what I've also done is the loft above the kitchen is an 8-foot loft. That was originally intended to be my children's bedroom. I think I'm going to finish out the insulation and the drywall up there. I'm going to lay down a little bit of carpet up there, and I'm going to go ahead and move the bedroom up into that area. So I'll have to climb a little bit of a ladder to get into it, but that's no big deal for me. I'll still have space for my bed, a TV, a couple of miscellaneous little things, so it'll still be a nice little sleeping space. But I'm also going to be looking for a small couch with a hide-a-bed, or at least a couple of good recliners, and those are going to go in what's currently my bedroom. The whole thing is big enough for me to accommodate a king-size bed and a 50-inch TV. Now, once this is all done, I will get more videos up of progress as it goes, but I will get a finalized video once it is completed. And I'm also going to upload a video here today that is a walkthrough that I did when I first purchased it, so I can showcase all the damage and everything that was done to it. But it's going to be an interesting project to finish out. Once it's done, though, it's going to be a nice, cozy little home. I'm thinking about even going as far as building a deck off of the back of the house and notching in a doorway so that I can put like a sliding door or something in there and have space that I can walk out onto a back deck and have a spa or something like that. I'm considering extending off the front porch porch so that I've got more room on there. And there's a couple ideas that I'm kicking around. But definitely feel free to leave feedback, drop a comment, whatever you would prefer. Kind of let me know what you would do in that situation. What kind of ideas you would have for a tiny